I'm going to introduce you my speech and well carcass scavenging by sharks. The word carcass means dead body and scavenging means removing. Like we all know, the shark is a top predator in the ocean, and you must have seen the video about the sharks hunting prey. Sometimes they succeed, sometimes the prey maybe the wrong way. But when the food source is ensured, what is the feeding behavior of sharks? Do they have preference to specific part of the carcass? And the interaction between species, especially white and tiger shark, mentioned in this research. And how and where we observe it. We use drones and handheld video recorder to record footage in Australian water. And here's a recorded event. Sperm whale carcass, humpback whale carcass, and finback whale carcass was recorded. And in event 1, we observed 3 white sharks and 2 tiger sharks feeding on the carcass. And here were the behavior we observed. Test biting, 45-degree feeding, nicotinating membrane, ocular rotation, planograduate protrusion. And the test biting is easy to understand. They just bite flesh, but don't take any flesh on the carcass. And 33 bouts were documented. And the word bout means the frequency of the shark can feeding on the carcass, and that's called one bout. And here were 33 bouts documented. And now I'm gonna explain the word about 45-degree feeding is when the sharks want to feed on the carcass. They approach at a 45-degree angle to horizon, and that's all. And nicotinating membrane is the eyelid that can prevent shark's eye from any potential damage. That structure is many shark species have this structure, but white shark is different. It has many structures that different from normal sharks. And here you can see the weird movement of the eyeball that seems to roll into the head, but it's actually called ocular rotation. They literally just roll back their eyeball and the white tissue exposed, but there's no need to worry the time. So, and you can see the shark's favorite part. Number around the shape means the time they feed on the part. So, white shark loves lower abdomen, head, and jaw, while the tiger shark loves the jaw and abdomen. In event 2, humpback whale carcass, only tiger sharks are observed. In 50% of 15 bouts, they trap lipid plume, like the substance released from the carcass. You can see the yellow thing. Now, the test biting was more commonly displayed than event 1, and they choose caudal plankton. That just this part is in this event was displayed with 6 bouts, and total in 10 bouts were documented. In event 3, finback whale carcass, only 3 white sharks observed. The sharks feed on the carcass at the same time, but we couldn't see interspecies aggression happen, and they we just observe the more scavenged section to see what's their preferred part. But because there's only one bout in 3 days observation. So, discovery. Sharks barely use nictitating membrane and ocular location while feeding on the carcass. This is in event 1 because we use drone in to record the event in event 2 and 3. So it's hard to see whether the sharks use the ability in 2 and 3. So shark think of the carcass as no threat after assessing the target if it is needed to use the ability to protect the eye. And sharks frequently test bait multiple times before settling on a specific area. That means test biting help them choose area they want to feed on because they don't know whether the part is delicious or not delicious. In all the events, there's no interspecies or intraspecies aggression observed. So sharks didn't attempt to protect the food source. In normal situation, they will not attack each other. And no matter what is interspecies or intraspecies, because that is risky, because they both have 2 defensive teeth that could injure each other. And 45-degree feeding is different from normal method of approaching their prey. Means in normal situation, the prey is swimming up, and the sharks will swim right under the prey and swim up rapidly and get the target. It shows that 45 degrees may be the most energy efficient. So now you can imagine when sharks find the whale carcass through tracking the little plume, they will first swim around the carcass to assess whether the target is threatened or not. And approaching in 55 degree and test biting the carcass. And through the few types of test biting in different parts, they probably choose lower abdomen and jaw to eat or just leave. And there's no aggression between species or individual. And they will, after doing their meal, they will swim away, probably come back and feed again. So that's all for my presentation.
Okay, 9 minutes, 50 seconds. QA. Rina? Sawyer? Alex? Levin Chen? Starting with Rina.
In conclusion, you said the sharks will swim away and then go back to feed them again. So they don't feed in a so they don't feed the whale for the whole. They just separate the time to be fantastic.
Yeah, they need time to digest or just swim around the loop what happened in environment. That's what we assume. Yeah.
Next is Sawyer.
I want to ask, there are 2 types wild. No, just that picture. 12. There are two types of sharks feed on the wild caught live, and they feed on the wild in different places.
That may be caused by the interest of the sharks, and you can see white sharks by just like a hard part of the carcass. So it's related to white sharks' structure, like graduate protrusion. They can use the power efficiently, and the tiger sharks just feeding on the upper jaw and lower jaw. I mean, their teeth is now stronger than white shark, so they choose the softer part to eat.
Alex.
The number 1 and number 4 is different.
Yeah, the shape is too small, so it's triangle.
Is that your question?
No.
What's your question? You already asked?
I just wonder if the number 1 is different from number 4 because they fill with a red color.
Oh yeah, they just buy the same.
So it's just the same.
Yeah. So it's 5 total, but in the forward head and behind.
Kevin Chen.
Can you explain the word abdomen?
Abdomen
Abdomen is
is the part of the carcass.
part of the carcass.
Yes, this part.
Oh.
Volunteer question, Annie. 1, 2, 3. Your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, okay.
The article says the whales in each event are different species or same species. The whales, if
Yeah.
not bats.
Event 1 is sperm whale. 2 is humpback whale. Finback whale.
Okay, who is next? What's your name?
Ian.
Okay, yeah.
And when a shark is hunting, why do they rotate their eyeball? And does any kind of other mammals have the same behavior as the shark?
I don't know if there is any animal like the white shark is doing like that, but the tissue is much stronger than the eyeball. It's based on the studies on the YouTube or the research. They direct touch it and feel wow. It's much tougher.
What? The tissue of what?
The tissue connecting to the eyeball.
Who's the last one? Okay. What's your name? Okay.
Can you turn to page 12? What's the color meaning?
To separate different parts.
Okay, that's it. So I think Hank did a good job. I think the only weakness is the introduction was too short. Therefore, you didn't make 10 minutes. It was 10 seconds short. So you can see that I think your introduction is very, very short. So it is just like this one, and then this one. I think it's just this one, right? So I think it's a bit too short. I think maybe you can tell us more about the whale carcass. Yeah. And maybe carcass is okay after so many such a talk, but at the beginning you can explain it in an easier way. dead body or something. And I think I noticed that at the beginning you try to look at the audience very often, which is really nice. But later on, you start to focus on your slides. I think you look very familiar with your script. I think next time you can look at the audience more often. And another way to improve your stage performance is the presentation material you selected is actually very interesting. And when you explain this, I think you have nicely chosen several videos and images to explain these actions of the shark. But still you can make it somehow more interesting, like you can also use your body language to do some. And I think the text is easy to follow, but except for the very last one. I think the very last one is a bit overwhelming. It's a lot of text. Although you try to speak slowly and you really address each of them, I would say maybe there are some better way to do this, and you can think about it. Yeah, it's a bit too long. And I think this way to present, I think this is an example where I would agree with his structure, slide structure, because these are 3 different events, and then he presented all the events, and at the end he discussed them all together. I think in this case this is fine, because this you can find some similarity among the different events. So he discussed them all together, and here he used this structure like he presents the observation, which is itself neutral, but later on he used this arrow and said, this is the interpretation. So this is observation and this is interpretation, and the link is quite clear. So you can see that this is neutral and this is author's interpretation. I think this is nice. But I think usually in official documents or presentation, we don't use abbreviation like this. We will spell out did not. We don't say didn't. You say didn't, but you spell did not. Okay, for official documents. Yeah, but overall, I think it's a very nice talk. So I look forward to improvement. So thank you, Hank.